Today I'm going to be talking about Forces of Nature, Wart Control, Extreme Strength. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about Forces of Nature, the company, then I'm going to talk about the product itself. I'm going to give you some information about it, highlight some of the ingredients, and then give you my opinion of it. My name's Sharon, welcome back to my channel. Make sure you guys subscribe below and turn on notifications to get the latest updates. Okay, so let's get started. Forces of Nature is a homeopathic company. They are FDA registered, and many of their products are USDA certified organic. Now, when I was purchasing from them, they had a lot more products than they do now. I would say probably as much as a third of their products are gone, if not more. And I'm not exactly sure why. I think there's a lot of possibilities. I know the FDA has really been cracking down on homeopathic companies and homeopathic products. So that could be one reason. Another reason could be their products simply weren't selling as they expected them to be, or perhaps they just wanted to narrow down their product line. I don't know. But this particular product, so this is the extreme strength, and they have two other ones now. They have like a lower strength and a medium strength. This one has been discontinued. In fact, most of the products that I have purchased from them have been discontinued, and I haven't reviewed all of them because I had used them before I started the YouTube channel. So I found out about this company through a friend, and he's not really into all those hippie natural things like I am, but I was looking for wart medication, and he said this was fantastic. He tried a whole bunch of other things. He even went to the doctor a few times and had warts frozen off, but this worked better than anything. And I didn't purchase from them for a while. Like, it was a few months before I finally decided to buy from them, and that was due to the cost. Like, it was more expensive than the wart medication at the store, or the natural medication where you try with bananas or vinegar, or just about everything, black tape. I tried it all. So I finally purchased from them. So this particular product, it is homeopathic, it's FDA registered, and it's USDA certified organic. So this is not a cosmetic. According to the FDA, this is a drug. And it actually comes with this little leaflet in here, and inside it says, can you guys see? Drug facts. So I'm going to give you guys some basic information about the company, or sorry, about the product. This is 11 milliliters, and it's actually still good until mid-April 2020, so it's good for a very long time. This is a 10 milliliter bottle as far as I can tell, and most essential oil companies, they call this 10 milliliters. They call this 11, so my guess is this was probably filled to the top when I purchased it. And right now, so they do have a little gap on the back with their label, I have this much left. Now, some of the ingredients in here I want to tell you guys. So they've divided it into active and other ingredients, so basically inactive ingredients. There are 3 active ingredients, and these are all homeopathic ingredients. So you've got thuja, and that's 12x, and that's a remedy for warts. You've got phytolacca, and that's 12x, and that heals wart symptoms. And you have calendula, also 12x, promotes healthy skin and healing. And all 3 of these are certified organic. And then next you have it also contains, so I would believe these are the inactive ingredients, and they have a lot of essential oils. And I will confess that when I purchased this, I thought essential oils were amazing, and now my opinion has changed. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll see that I do reviews on a lot of essential oils, and I do like them. However, I am now very cautious of them, and I treat them with the respect that they deserve. I know there's a lot of MLMs out there, or a lot of companies, doTERRA and Young Living, that don't. And they try to make you guys go through their bottles as quickly as possible, and you're using essential oils haphazardly. That's definitely not the thing you want to do. You have got a lot of plant material compressed into a small little bottle, so it's extremely potent. There's also the issue of safety. And although they do have some warnings, I think they really should have put more on here. Like, they're a homeopathic company, and I think they also should have had probably more consultants, if they consulted at all, with aromatherapists. So some oils, if you have an infant or a young child, if you're pregnant and breastfeeding, if you have medication, some essential oils can actually neutralize your medication. Other ones can compound it. You also have, if you have a pre-existing medical condition, like I know some estrogen-based cancers, for example, you need to be careful with essential oils you use. You have to be careful with pets as well. It mainly goes for diffusion, but it is going to depend on how sensitive your pet is. So you have, for example, birds and ferrets, cats and dogs. You have to be careful with what you diffuse. or use. And I know that people say, well, I've had a dog and I've diffused tea tree oil, which is known to be toxic to dogs, for 5-10 years, and my dog's fine. That's great. I've also seen posts out there from people, and these are pure oils, 100% undiluted, certified, therapeutic grade, whatever you want to call it, oils. And they were like, I diffused tea tree oil for maybe 48 hours, a couple days, and we had to rush our dog to the vet. He almost died. His liver, it's toxic to their liver. So just because one person or animal has not had a reaction doesn't mean someone else is, even if it's natural. So take peanuts and peanut butter. Just because you don't have a reaction doesn't mean someone else might not go into anaphylactic shock and die. Natural does not mean safe. It simply means not synthetic. So going along with this, there are a number of essential oils in here. And the issue that I kind of have here is that they only list on this drug fact sheet, they only list the Latin names of the homeopathy and the essential oils. So the essential oils, they've got cedar leaf oil. Cedar leaf oil is the vernacular name. So they kind of mix it up. They use the vernacular name and the Latin name. And I'm not exactly sure why that. They've got thuja. They've got one that I had to look up. It's Artemisia dracunculus oil. And that is TT Patti. I've never heard of it, but Still Points Aromatics has it. Lemon oil. You also have another one, and they put in the Latin name that I had to look up. It's Palmarosa. Another one with a Latin name is geranium, which is known to be really good for skin conditions. You have a Latin name again, which is clove, tea tree oil, and thyme. So I don't know why they mix these up. And all of these are actually certified organic, so that's nice. The problem that I have is there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 essential oils in here. So that is a lot. Now, I don't know what brand of essential oils they use. I find it very rare. I've only seen one product out there, and that's a face wash that I had that actually lists the brand of essential oils they use. Most people or most companies are not going to tell you that. So I don't know what brand. Hopefully it is a legit essential oil company. But I also don't know the percentage of oils that they use, the dilution rate. And now dilution rate is super, super important because it's going to vary from the age of the person that you are using it or the animal that you're using it on. It's also going to vary how you're going to use it. So if you're using it to treat symptoms like 1 or 2 days, you can have a higher dilution than if you're going to be using it for an extended amount of time. And now going along with the extended amount of time is you don't want to use essential oils, the same essential oil or oils over and over again for extended amount of time. And this does vary according to aromatherapists. So I'm not an aromatherapist. I'm not studying to be one. I have no desire to be one at all. I'm just coming to you guys from the point of view from a consumer, somebody who has done research for things that work for myself and my family. I encourage you guys to do your own research as well. But basically what sensitization is it's a tolerance or an immunity. The same that you would get with coffee, for example. You just get used to it and you get accustomed to it and it stops working. That's the same with essential oils. But with essential oils, you can have something worse happen, and that could be that you actually get irritant, like skin irritation, due to these essential oils if you're using them topically. And I am using this topically. So those are the essential oils in here. Now the other issue is some of these essential oils are not safe for children. So they actually say here, not for use on children under the age of 3. And if you're pregnant and breastfeeding, ask a healthcare profession for use. And they also have other things about if you're sensitive to tea tree oil or certain oils, begin with a small drop and get discontinued if it irritates your skin. They don't have, they actually do have, if you're diabetic or have poor circulation, don't use it. So that's important. So this is, some of these oils in here, even though they're natural, are contraindicatory to these particular people, diabetic or poor blood circulation. So I like that they have that there because clove actually is not recommended for children under the age of 2. And they do have that tea tree oil can irritate their skin as well. Geranium is known, as I said, to be good for it. So it does look very good, but you do have to be very cautious when you're using natural ingredients. So I have used, I used this once on my daughter. So I got this, and after her bath, because the skin is kind of more open or whatever, they recommend putting it on after the bath or after you soak your foot. So I put it on her, and she went to bed. She woke up in the morning, she took it off. because there's just no way she could have kept it on. It was on the heel of her foot. And then the next night when she took a nap, she's like, Mommy, look, she dug out the wart with her finger. So there was a crater on her foot. My mistake was I stopped using it then. So I was like, oh, it's done. And she actually did in the future, she actually got plantar's warts and like a mommy wart and baby warts all around it. So I'm not sure if it's because I didn't use it anymore or what it was, or if she's just more susceptible to it. And those actually, the second time when she got it, ended up going away by itself. Like we tried a whole bunch of things. I actually tried this again. Like this was the first thing I tried again after she got her second bout of warts, and it didn't work. So I don't know why. Like I said, with sensitization, it just stops working. Whether she got sensitized after one use, I have no idea what it is, why it stopped working, or perhaps, it was older at the time. It was like a year down the road. There's also more air in here. So this bottle, all these bottles are 100% full. They are partially full with the product, and then the rest is air. So after this worked one time, I told friends about it, and I actually sent this to one of my friends because she had had a wart on her finger for like a number of years, and she tried it and she used a lot of it, and it didn't work for her. So everybody reacts differently to these medicines or these products. So I'm not sure. And then the second time when I used it on my daughter, like I said, it didn't work for her either. I wish they did have this again. I don't know why they discontinued this. So I'm going to read to you guys how they say to use it. They simply say, apply a few drops to a cotton swab and dab direct to the warts 3 times a day. And we only did it once, and it worked for her. But like I said, she was a preschooler. She couldn't have had that wart that long. She hasn't been alive for that long. It says you can also apply it neat to warts. Unfortunately, they spelled neat wrong. They wrote N-E-E-T. If you experience irritation from use, wash it with warm water and apply a bandage after application may be of benefit. And then all these warnings on here, they also say external use only. If ingested, get medical help or contact a poison control center. And they say here, very important, that if you have no improvement after 7 days, stop using it. And that goes back to my sensitization. Now, my small problem with this warning, like all this information that they have on here, like don't use if you're diabetic or if you have poor blood circulation, or don't use after 7 days. I'm sure they're doing this legally, but I think for the regular person, they need to explain why. Like if you're diabetic, this can do this to you. Or if you have poor blood circulation, this could cause blood clots or things like that. Because I think a lot of people, myself included, when you see these warnings, you don't pay attention to them. And you really do have to pay attention to them. Like the sensitization might not be as big of an issue as if you're diabetic or have poor blood circulation. So make sure you guys do actually heed the warnings on these packets. So I did like this. I wish that they had this. They didn't discontinue this. Even though it only worked once, that was really cool to see it work like almost instantly. Within 24 hours, her wart was gone. So now I want to hear from you guys. Have you ever purchased anything from Forces of Nature? I know that their product line has really gone down over the years. If you've purchased anything, what it was and what you thought of it. So I do like reading your comments, so make sure you leave a comment below. Also, like this video and give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications to get the latest updates. I will see you guys later.